Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl KC. In today's video, I will be showing you how I construct my frontal wigs. Now the first thing you'll need is a thread, a roll of thread, a mesh stocking cap. Well, I'll be using a mesh stocking cap or a dome cap, whichever is float your boat. You'll need some needles, some T-pins, and also some section clips. Now the frontal that I'll be using in today's video is from Y Wigs. It's a 14-inch lace frontal. The specifications will be down below as well as the link to the frontal. Now I'm going to put my stocking cap on my mannequin head and I'm going to section off the hair to start sewing it down on the cap. So what you want to do now is align the frontal where your hairline would be. You're going to use some T-pins to secure that on the mannequin head. So that's perfectly secured. I used 3 T-pins. Now it's going to be time for me to start sewing. So that area there is elastic band. I do not recommend that you sew through the elastic band, as that will affect the stretchability of the cap and that will result in the wig not fitting your head properly. Now you want to sew on top of it, not going through it. So there is that material there, you sew through the material and not the elastic band. And if you are making your wig and they don't fit most of the times, that's probably the case why it's not fitting. Then I'm going to start and I'm just going to push it through and I'm going to wrap it. When I push it through, I'm going to wrap the thread around it twice to make a loop and then pull it out. And I'm just going to do that for the entire frontal, go all the way to the other side. So guys, now I'm going to start sewing the wefted portion of the hair to the cap, and I'll be using Queenlikehair in the Brazilian body wave in 16, 18 and 20 inches. So first what I'm going to do, I'm going to secure it in the way that I'll be sewing it with the T-pins. Now for this portion, I'll be going through the weft. So that thick area, the weft area, I push the needle through it, through the cap, then through the weft, wrap the needle around it and then pull it out. And I do that to secure the ends. Now as I sew along, I will not be going through the weft. That's just to secure the end portions. As I go along, I sew around the weft. So I go through the weft, so I don't go through it, I go around it and I wrap the thread around the needle and then pull it out. And I do that, go all the way around. Now you are going to see where I point out that formation that goes right across the thread. that's exactly how I want it to be. And why I don't go through it is because it helps to preserve, sorry, it helps with the hair shedding less. All hair shred, but it just helps with eliminating too much shed when you go around the weft instead of through the weft. Now guys, I'm not claiming to be a professional. I did not go to cosmetology school. I basically watch videos on YouTube and I practice how to make wigs myself. So I'm not saying this is the right way to do it. I'm just saying this is how I do it, and I hope you are able to learn something from it. And I just continue to go around it all the way to the next end. When I get to the next end, I don't cut my wefts. I fold it over. So when I fold it over to secure that section, I also go through it because I want it to be flat as possible, and that's what helps me to make it flat. Then after I secure that end portion, which is going through the weft, at that point, when I go along, I go around and I continue that pattern all the way up to the top. So guys, you can just watch to see how I continue to sew the wefts to the cap. So now it's the last wefted piece. Now how I finish off my cap, or how I seal it, is I sew through the frontal, that last bit. I sew through the frontal, then I go around the weft like I've been doing, and what that does is joins the two together. So the frontal is now attached with the weft, the last weft piece, and it's very flat, and I just like to do that to have it seamless. So I do the same method. I push through the frontal, go around the wefted here, wrap the thread around the needle, and then pull it out. At the end, once I'm done, I'll cut the remainder off the wefted hair that is not being used, and then I'll cut the thread and I'll knot it like 2-3 times. Then I'll cut the remainder off the thread that was not tied together. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys learned something. I hope it was very helpful. If you found it helpful, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you do go ahead and subscribe. I'll be posting how I customize and how I adhere my frontal to my head. So guys, again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Are we dreaming? Are we dreaming? Are we dreaming?